There's many different ways of planting potatoes. I'm going to share what I do, which is planting them above the ground and covering them in some sort of mulch. So whether it be straw, most people use hay or straw. I'm going to be using leaves because I have lots of them that I've collected from the fall. And so let's get started. And there's going to be 4 steps. And before we even get started, you want to prepare your seed potatoes. And we have a video for doing that. So you want to check that out first and then come back here to see the actual planting process. So once you've prepared your seeds and they're ready for planting, first step is placement. So I'm going to get down and I'm going to plant the seed here on the ground. There's no digging, just right on top of the ground with the eye facing up and the cut side down. So first step, placement, eye up, cut side down. And then what you want to do is you want to space them about 1 foot apart. So I'm going to get my tape measure out here, pick out some seeds that have some nice eyes, and spread them out like so. And you can see that I've marked my rows with sticks. So you want 12 inches between the seeds and about 3 feet between your rows. That's typically how it's done. That right there, so we're good to go. Now I'm going to go get my mulch, my leaves in this case. So step 2 is covering them. And I'm going to just take some of these leaves, cover them. And when you cover them, you want to cover them with about 3 inches of material, whatever that is, hay, straw, leaves. And then the reason I like this method, first of all, there's no digging, and the other reason why I like it is because they're very easy to harvest. Because digging potatoes that are buried in a trench is a lot of work. And this is easy because when it comes time to harvest, you just get a rake or a fork and you rake the leaves aside, or you use the fork and you spread them aside and pull out your potatoes. So what I'm going to do is just sort of even out the mounds here with the pitchfork. So that looks like plenty of material. So that's step 2. Step 3 is going to be when the seeds break through this layer of material and the stalk starts to grow up. You're going to want to cover it with more leaves or hay or again whatever material you're using, compost, straw. But as they grow up, you want to mulch over the vines just so there's enough greenery coming through the top. Mulch the stalks and continue doing that. And so that's the 3rd step. We'll have a video on that as these grow, so stay tuned for that. And then the last step, the 4th step, is harvesting. Again, we talked about that. Just get a rake, pull away the leaves, and it's going to be potatoes all mounded up, and you're just going to grab them out of the what's composted. So that's growing potatoes on top of the ground with no digging.